Alright, welcome to my channel, it's Locksport. What I'm working on is actually gutting tools for this Almont Re-Key. I'm going to kind of show you what I've come up with to help gut and repin or, for this. But first, I don't have a gutting key for it. So this is a Y1 blank, and the gutting key will actually have the bottom part of the key here cut away to allow it to turn further and pull the core out. So I don't have one. I don't haven't made a key for this yet. So and if you get one that's keyless, you're going to need to pick it anyway. So it is locked up. So I'm gonna get this picked, and then this isn't really for picking video. It's more to show the gutting tools and what I've come up with to help repin these, or be able to gut them so you can rekey them, or make a key for them if you find one that's keyless. So give me a sec. Let me get this picked. Okay, so we're picked. We're open. All right. So normally when you open it, you're not going to go past there, but to gut it, you want this knot straight up. Okay. So once you do that, take it out of the vise. You need to stick something in this hole. There are some people that have made kind of a gutting tool out of a paper clip, and I thought, yep. So they kind of take a paper clip, it'll fit in that slot, then they bend it so it'll hug here, because you don't want this slipping while you're gutting, because then all the pins will come shooting out. But so what I've done is I've come up with this 3D printed pinning shoe that'll go right in there, and it needs to move up a little bit further, and I'll show you why in a little bit. There's a hole in the back, so if you'll just wiggle the keyway, it just clicked in, and it keeps that pin from rising up from the spring pressure. So now that that's in there, I'm going to take just a pick, stick it in, and I'm going to kind of hold on the shackle, because the shackle's going to come flying out once you start doing this. You may need to push in on the shackle just a little bit to let the pressure off. Let's see. That should grab it. Let's see. Just got to kind of grab on the pins so I can. There we go. So you may have to wiggle the shackle in and out, because the ball bearing's pressing on the back of this. So once this comes out far enough, your shackle will come out and the shackle spring. Alright. So just be mindful your pins are at 90 degrees, but you're good to go ahead and just pull the whole core right out. And then I'm going to put this, do I have a, of course I don't have a core holder sitting, yep I do, right here. I'm going to put this in the core holder. So I'm going to show you what, real quick, what actually holds this in is a pin. Let's see, it's, I guess, it's on the other side. Which way was it? So, yep. Okay, the pin was there, so it was on the other side. So this is actually upside down right now. But anyway, I'll kind of hopefully show that a little bit better. There's one of the ball bearings from the shackle. It will come out fairly easy. So let me show you what is actually going. Well, it's like gutting disaster. That's fine. So this is what happens is when you don't have everything in place and you don't hold it tight, and everything likes to come shooting out. So there's 5 pins, 5 springs, so everything's out of the lock. Well, there. A real life disaster, right? Why not? Got it on video. So I'll switch to the board camera. You can see here's all the pins. It is cut for 6 pins, but this one's pinned to 5. But if you see that little hole right there, that allows that rod, when it goes in, to lock in so that the springs can't push it out of the way, like I just kind of let it do there because I moved it forward and it come out of that slot. This is the pin that actually keeps the core in, and that's what you have to have cut out of your key to allow it to go over that and then pull out. So I'm gonna switch back. So let me also dump the key pins out so that way I'm not locking my lock up. Alright. So they're all standard pins in here. Okay, so if you'll notice, see that there's a slot here that slides over that pin, and it allows it to go in, and then you can turn it back. So if the key doesn't have that slot in it, is that the right key? No, that's the pin. Why do I keep grabbing that key? There it is. So if you don't have the key, it don't allow you to turn it to there, but if you got the slot in it, it'll allow you to turn it to there. Okay, so that's the difference in the regular key, operating key, and the gut key. So now let me use a pick to pull the core out. Alright, and there's the slot that retains it, and there's the slot for that pinning shoe to go into. Okay, alright, and where's the key go? So if you do, if you make a key, you have to kind of put it in here, and from here forward you need to cut that off the bottom of the key to make a gutting key for it. So if you got one, you got a key to it, but you don't want to gut it or whatever, you can get a copy of the key and just file off the last bit of the tip, and then you can actually have a gutting key. So what I've made is that was supposed to stay in, and I'm gonna make it shorter so that way when I grab the lock, that problem I have is I made this just a little bit too long, so I wasn't actually holding the lock, which I'm gonna fix that. So this is gonna go in, and there's the hole I've got for it to pin through. So to make this easier, first thing I'm going to do is put all the springs back in. Let's see. One. There's number 2. 3. 4. One thing with using a pinning shoe, your visibility is very limited, so a lot of this is kind of by feel. So I'm going to start with my pinning shoe in, and it really helps if you have a set of tweezers like these that you can actually push on the pin with, because they're not cut all the way through. So what I'll do is I'll go in, I'll get it in that slot, and then I kind of wiggle the pinning shoe to get the pin in the first slot. And let me see. See if I can kind of show you what I'm doing here. So I've got it kind of pinched in right there by twisting the pinning shoe. Then I'm going to take just my tweezers real quick and push it down the rest of the way, and then move to the next slot. Again, we'll grab the tweezers, find the next number 2 slot, just kind of wiggling, and again, just like you do on any other lock, you can see I got it twisting, it's holding it in place, ready for me to push it down. Alright, so I'm going to just keep doing that until I get all of the 5 drivers in. So make sure you don't skip a slot while you're pinning it, or pins, a hole. You may have to, because right now I've kind of lost my position. Let's see. Okay. Right. Yeah, should be right there. It's also a benefit for a bore scoop, Okay, got that one in that slot. And I thought about putting some markings on the outside of the follower or the pinion. So if you may need to get a... Why is that so tight? Did I just... Okay. Let me see. 1, 2... And this is sometimes what will happen if you're not paying attention. It's like I just put 2 pins in slot 2. So, okay, I just ejected the 1 pin, and so really be careful what you're doing. Make sure you get every pin, pin in every slot like you're supposed to, not like doubled up like I did there. And you may have to use a pick sometimes to push the pin down through the pinning shoe and get it. Okay. Oops, I'm shooting out at me. Okay. And well, if you get any practice on it, you'll get faster and faster. So, alright. So I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna put this back in. I'm gonna make sure this, see right now, I'm gonna kind of show you. Let's see. So right now, if you look, that pin is not in that hole yet. So you want to make sure when you're doing this, I'm just using the camera. Alright, so now it just dropped in that hole. If I back out and pull the shoe out, now you can see that it's holding all pins down, and that's keeping it down, because if I let it come back, there's enough spring pressure on that little thin wire that those pins will push it up. So just be careful of that, using that. Alright, so well, that's in there, but actually I need to pull it back out because I need to put one of the ball bearings in first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the ball bearing in, just pull it back far enough till the ball bearing drops down, and then I'm going to again push this in till it's all the way up. Alright, so now that I have that ball bearing in, I can pull this out. We're done with that. And I need to repin up the core. It really doesn't matter how I pin this because I don't have a key. The only bad part about having these tweezers is it's harder. They're actually harder to pin a lock up, or the core with, versus putting it in the Bible. Alright, so now that I have this in, what I'm going to do, remember, be mindful and don't drop your pins out, is I'm going to slide this in all the way till I start covering up just cover up the first hole, so that way all the pins are locked in. Need to take the second ball bearing, slowly drop it right there, and it's not going to, on mine it doesn't want to just drop in. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a pick, drop it in, but it's still too high to let the shackle go back in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pushing the shackle and the spring back in and slowly pull out on the cord just enough. Make sure I don't drop any pins out, just so I can get it in there. Then when I get in the right position, I can push the core all the way in, slide this off, and push that in, and I should be able to turn it, and we're locked back up. So that's how these two together, you can repin the Almont. I'm going to put this on Thingiverse after I redesign the back of this, and I'm going to try to put the links to them both in this video in the description down below. But anyway, I hope that was helpful if you have one of these Almont and how to do it. And if you got 3D printer or know somebody that can print these for you, maybe they can help you out. But anyway, alright, thanks for watching.